Hi all. Today we'll discuss on what are the steps to be followed during construction of buildings. Okay, before construction of buildings, we must follow the procedure for construction. Many architects and engineers will make a mistake that because of the client pressure they start project early without following the steps which we discuss now. In that first one is initial site visit. Okay, everyone should visit the site before starting construction. Okay, so in that site visit, it's like a preliminary survey. Okay, during this visit, the following data need to be collected by the engineer. One is the site direction, where exactly north, south, east, west are there, and second one, road width. Okay, where exactly the road is existed and it's a width. Third one is soil type. Okay, what is the type of soil, or what will be the SBC? Okay, you cannot judge SBC now. Here you can only say, okay, what type of soil is there, and water and sewer lines and open drain, electricity connections. Okay, whether these are available or not. Okay, you must know these things very well. Okay, after construction. Okay, so that you are not supposed to short of these facilities: water, sewer line, open drain, electricity connections. That's why these are comes under initial site visit. Okay, when you visit the site, okay, you must take these data. Okay, you better we people should take it as a checklist for initial site visit. And next one is before after site visit, we must know the client's requirement and budget. Okay, especially in this, okay, engineer or a builder must know the requirements, or what exactly the client's requirement is that, like that what will be their plan, how many floors they want to construct. Okay, what will be the size of hall. Generally will follow the standard sizes, still the requirement may be different. Okay, so before that planning, we must take their requirements, how many bedrooms are required. Okay, whether it is a single bedroom or two bedrooms. Okay, based on that, on how many master bedrooms, what will be the size, kitchen. Okay, and some vastu requirements if they want. And at last, we must have their we must know the budget of construction also. So that is major important parameter during construction. Okay, accordingly we need to plan. Okay, if suppose if budget is short, okay, the whatever the project is there, that should not hamper. So always you must know the requirement before starting the construction. And how many floors they want to construct in future, that is another major important parameter for structural design. Okay, these parameters or data need to be collected from the client. Okay, based on these data, we'll go for planning. Okay, plan of the building. Later when we get approval, we can start. Yeah, many steps are there, we'll discuss one by one. And next one is planning and soil testing. Okay, these can be done simultaneously. Here planning or the drawings, generally plans will prepare. Okay, here in this, architect and engineer will need to start a working plan as per the requirements. Okay, along with that, we can conduct soil testing. Okay, we can give the soil sample in any of the laboratories or any of engineering colleges. Okay, that is approved laboratories are required to know the major parameters like cohesiveness, angle of internal friction or angle of repose, and SBC of soils, that is safe bearing capacity of soil. Okay, swelling index, and what will be the water table, and what type of foundation we can use. Okay, that will be based on the soil parameters. Okay, many people or many engineers will uh, not conduct tests on soil. Okay, that is another major important thing we should follow before starting construction. Okay, next will be approval of working plan or and elevations, that is 2D or 3D elevation. Okay, generally in this what happens once the plan and 2D and 3D elevations are prepared, okay, we should get approval from the client, okay, that is end user of the building. Okay, when they finalize the drawing as well as 3D, okay, then only you'll go for the further steps. Okay, this will be the final approval of a drawing. Okay, further there should not be any changes. This is all about the final approval. Okay, later no changes will be done. Okay, you must take acknowledgement from the client. Okay, so that the further no changes will be done. Okay, once okay, we prepare this drawing. Okay, once we try to send to the structural designer, there should not be any corrections afterwards. Okay, so that's why here I'll be taking the final approval from the client. And next will be structural design. Okay, especially in this once the plan is approved by the client, okay, along with the soil testing reports as well as your final working drawing, okay, will be sent to the structural designer. Okay, at this time you need to contact the qualified as well as experienced structural designer, as it is a quite risky job. Okay, you must consult the structural engineer who is qualified as well as experienced, mainly to get the structural design and drawings for your construction. To get structural drawings, the following data need to be given to the structural designer. First one is soil data, that is how exactly the cohesiveness, angle of internal friction of and SBC of soil, swelling index, water table, etc. These data to be given to the structural designer. Okay, along with the soil data, the further requirements are there. One is working drawing or working plan of all floors. Okay, whether you construct now or in future. Okay, every floor plan to be given now itself for structural design purpose. And next one is what type of building it is. Okay, whether it is residential building, commercial building, or public building. Okay, that you need to mention. Okay, to take dead load and live loads. Okay, especially live loads. Okay, is depends on the type of building. Okay, that parameter is to be given to the structural designer. And if possible 2D and 3D elevations are to be given for the reference for a structural designer. Next step is estimation and approval of plans from the authorities for building construction. Okay, in this, once the structural designs and drawings are prepared, you need to go for estimation of the whole building. Okay, next work along as per the working drawing. Okay, structural drawings estimation will be uploaded for approval from the municipal authorities for construction approval. If your papers and that means working drawing, structural drawing, and estimation, okay, those are as per regulations, you will get approval from the authorities to start your construction work. Okay, this will be the final step of paperwork. So once if it is completed, you can easily start. Okay, still another one step is there, that is a physical thing. Okay, that means the supplies. Okay, whether the supplies are not are there or not. Okay, we must check that one also, like electricity and water supply. Step is water supply and electricity connections for construction activities. Okay, here especially in this after approval of this drawing, okay, one should apply for the water supply and electricity connection from the respective departments. Okay, there are separate departments are there for water supply as well as for electricity. Okay, we should apply the permission to get these two things for construction purpose. If all the steps, 7 steps are completed, okay, one can start construction project now. And engineer and architect should visit site regularly, whereas the structural engineers should visit whenever the necessary is there, like the reinforcement checking, the like testing of materials if they want at site, that is in situ testing. Okay, material engineer is also required. if it is necessary, to test the material at site as well as laboratory. Okay, these procedure to be followed during construction activities. This is all about the steps to be followed before starting construction of any building. Thank you. And don't forget to subscribe this channel and press bell icon for upcoming videos. Thank you once again.